Like I said before, on my maternal side of the family, everyone believed that I don't do any household chores. Let me also add that my mother would not correct them in the past. She wouldn't explicitly say that I don't help, but she also wouldn't clarify that I do either. Over the years, this misunderstanding became ingrained in the way they interacted with me. They wouldn't always say it outright, but their behavior and words made it clear that they believed I didn't contribute. My mother, for some reason, wouldn't dispel that notion either. I remember a past moment when I was in Gujarat, in the village, when my sister-in-law had once remarked, "Q, you have learned household chores after staying here with us." I had immediately corrected her then, telling her that I already did most of the household work back then, back at home, because of my mother not being well and not being able to do much at that time. There was nothing I had learned here that I didn't already do. The truth was, my mother had severe pain in her legs, so she focused on a few tasks like some cooking and one or two more chores, but I handled almost everything, including cooking as well. Yet these people believed in their confirmation bias. They only saw what they wanted to see, that I didn't do any household work and that my mother managed everything alone. The next incident happened on the day of Emma's brother's wedding reception. The reception got over in the afternoon, and we were supposed to go to my eldest aunt's bungalow in the evening. After the reception, I took a bath again because I was feeling dirty. As I mentioned earlier, every morning between 3 a.m. to 5 or 6 a.m., someone or the other's alarm would keep ringing non-stop. And people wouldn't even turn it off quickly. It would just keep ringing. My sleep is so light, so even a little noise wakes me up. I wasn't able to get proper rest. That day, after taking a bath, I was feeling sleepy due to exhaustion. Everyone was tired, so they went to sleep. I remember that Emma and I were sitting on the bed where my mother was sleeping, and there was only space for one more person to sleep. So I let Emma sleep and remained seated. I could have slept on the floor, but it wasn't clean, especially after taking that bath. Just the thought of sleeping on the uncleaned floor made me feel irritated. I was feeling irritated. Then, another scene started, this time with my mother. You see, my mother has a habit of exaggerating things sometimes, like when showing emotions or when telling an incident to garner sympathy. I think it's her subconscious habit of doing so, and being her daughter, I can make it out when she does that and when she doesn't. So she woke up, went to the washroom, and when she came out, she started crying and began folding clothes. I asked her why she was crying, but she didn't answer. I could make out that she was exaggerating, not faking it, but definitely exaggerating. Still, I tried to comfort her, but she pushed me aside. I understood that her legs were aching, but pushing me aside like that was unnecessary. I felt really bad because everyone was watching. So I went to the terrace to calm myself. I needed space. Once I got there, I broke down and started crying out of overwhelm. I called my brother on the phone to talk to him. Then Emma came to console me on the terrace. She said, "Come downstairs." I said, "Just leave me alone for a while. I need some space." But she didn't understand. At that moment, I didn't wanted to see Emma's face for a while, so I clearly told her, "I'll come downstairs. I just need some time." But when she didn't leave and kept insisting that I come downstairs, I got frustrated and said, "Are you crazy? I told you once. Why don't you understand?" Then Emma got mad and said something like, "Fine. Everyone downstairs is ready to leave. They are leaving for eldest aunt's place." After hearing that, I went downstairs with her. But when I went down with her, I found out she was lying. And when I told my brother about it, he also got irritated with her for lying at that time. He was the only one who understood me at that time. Then I went outside. I thought maybe walking and talking to my brother would help me calm a bit. But then my elder sister-in-law came and told me that her father was coming, so I should go inside. So I had to go inside. Then my youngest aunt again took my phone and told my brother, "Whatever your sister is saying, don't take it seriously." She told me not to bother him as he was at work. She didn't know at that time that my brother was working from home, and I had already asked him at the beginning if he was busy. He had told me that it was fine and I could talk to him. At that moment, I felt like I couldn't get away from anyone. It was suffocating me. I was feeling so overwhelmed that I didn't want to go with my mother and youngest aunt in the car. There was another car in which Samantha, her son, and her brother were going, and I wanted to go with them. I was staring at the car, wanting to tell Samantha that I wanted to join her. But then my nephew said, "Aunt, get inside the car." And for some reason, I listened to him and quietly sat in the car with my mother and the youngest aunt. Then after a while, talking with my brother, I told him that I would call him back later. When we stopped at a hotel, my youngest aunt came to hug me, but I moved away because she was also one of the reasons for my mental state at that time. I called my brother again in between. We talked a little bit, but I still didn't feel stable. I was emotionally overloaded to a point where I didn't know what to do. When we reached the bungalow, my youngest aunt took everyone out for a walk. Only my mother, my eldest aunt, and I stayed inside. I was telling my mother that I wanted to go home. Either they should send me or I would go there by myself. My mother said, "Go." So I said, "Fine, I'm going." I just wanted to go out for a bit of fresh air, just needed some space. I was unstable, but I wasn't going to do anything stupid. But obviously, my eldest aunt didn't understand me either, given the situation, and I understand that. But then my eldest aunt literally yelled at me and pushed me back inside. By then, I had lost it, and I told my eldest aunt while crying to end my life, which was senseless, but I was not myself, to which she reacted in a very hostile manner verbally. To her, Emma was right and I was wrong, and that I was being ungrateful to Emma. Although my mother argued because she saw it all, understood it all, and knew that I was not feeling stable mentally. She also recognized that the way Emma tried to console me was not right. But my eldest aunt was taking Emma's side completely. Anyways, I am grateful that at least my mother stood there for me. And here's the thing. It's not about being ungrateful. It's about needing support in the right way. If someone truly cares, they should respect your emotional boundaries rather than impose their version of comfort on you. Since I couldn't go outside or do anything, I told my mother to give me a sleeping pill. And I literally muttered to myself as I fell asleep. To be continued in the final part.